The new character has been announced, and congratulations to everybody who predicted it right by saying you don't want an anime swordsman, because that is exactly what we got. Actually, just about as close as you could come to that. We are getting Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. This is so interesting for a variety of reasons. Now, me personally, I don't love the character too much, not anything against him, I just never played the games. Although that is definitely going to change. This trailer is amazing. You know, I always wondered what kind of meme potential would come from skewering Mario with a sword, but I guess now I know. But yeah, we're getting Sephiroth of all people. Going to be totally honest, this wasn't anywhere on my radar. I heard some people ask about him every now and then on my channel or in my comments, but I had always dismissed the character for a few different reasons. The reasons that I would usually cite are saying that not only were Cloud and Sephiroth from the same company, but they were from the same game. So I assumed that Sephiroth wouldn't win out over other Square Enix characters. But Sephiroth has really shattered a bunch of different fan speculation rules. Let me go through them real fast. First off, I've heard for years people saying no two characters from the same company, which is dead more than ever now. First, we got Min Min, who was from the same company as Byleth, and then we've got Steve, who was arguably from the same company as Banjo, and now we have Sephiroth, who's from the same company as Hero. This is really interesting, and I think it sets up a bit of a pattern. It's too early to call it unless they confirm it, but like somebody in my Discord said, username more like bad, I really like my theory that they're going with the same companies as in Fighter Pass 1. First, we have Joker from Atlas, Hero from Square, Banjo from Microsoft, and Terry from SMK, and Byleth from Nintendo. The second pass so far, we have Min Min, Steve, and Sephiroth from Nintendo, Microsoft, and Square respectively. So we might get another Atlas character like a Shin Megami Tensei 1 or something. While I don't think that we have enough information to confirm this pattern, it is definitely really interesting to think about, and it just further and further shatters that argument that no two characters can come from the same company in this DLC. And going even more specific than that, like I said, no two characters from the same game. It's also been shattered. I've also seen some people talk about the fact that they're not doing villains, which, I mean, I guess that was a pattern. I didn't hear a ton of people saying that, but that's gone too. We finally have more villains in Smash, which is something I've been wanting for a long time. Now, originally when I went to go record this, I could have sworn that Sephiroth was a spirit, and I was going to say that it damaged that rule even further, but I guess looking at it, he wasn't. Which is another really interesting observation. It could mean that they're opting for characters from that company who aren't already represented in the game in some sort, but we have some contradicting information in other spots, so once again, I think it's a bit too early to say that. I also think that it's safe to assume that Nintendo is a lot less focused on a very broad representation than people had initially assumed. For example, I heard people saying things like, well, we need a horror rep, or we need a shooter rep, or we need a puzzle game rep. And while, yeah, we don't have any of those really represented in Smash, unless you count Dr. Mario for puzzles, but that's another story, it doesn't necessarily seem like Nintendo's going for that same sort of genre diversity that we might have initially assumed. So yeah, there we go. That's our new character. He's coming December 2020, which is insane. Like, that is so soon. I don't know what it is with Nintendo of announcing their characters so soon to their release. Like, I mean, I guess if they want to do it that way, that's their prerogative. I would do it differently, but I suppose that doing this same character from multiple companies things makes negotiations a lot simpler, I would imagine. But yeah, there's only a few DLC slots left, and this really throws a wrench in at least my prediction plans going forward. It just makes it harder and harder for me to figure out who they're actually going to put into the game, and it really throws a wrench into the whole speculation scene, which is spectacular. We need more and more of that. So I hope you enjoy the character. I'm gonna go cry as I try to figure out who to speculate incorrectly about next. If you want to see my predictions from earlier in the day and how wrong I was, I'm gonna put that in a video to the right. If you want to see something that YouTube handpicked just for you, that's in a video to the left. Stay smashing.